All right, for whatever reason, you are not doing the actual dissection, so you're going to go through this video and complete this assignment. All right, even if you are not doing the dissection, if you are sensitive to smells, you can follow these directions. You're going to go to the front of the room where the care station is, get some vapor rub, use one of the Q-tips, find the drawer that's labeled Q-tips, get that. Follow these directions. In addition, if you are extra sensitive to smells, you can wear a mask. For this dissection, it's probably not necessary, but moving forward in other dissections, the mask is highly recommended. Your notes and these directions are going to be super helpful. So I recommend having one laptop and one notebook open on your table so that you can reference it during the assignment. So we're following dissection protocol. That means everyone has goggles and they stay on until everything is cleaned up. Okay. The dissecting partner must wear gloves during the dissection. So you got to make some decisions for those of you who are doing this activity. For those of you doing this activity virtually, well, you just got to watch. One partner goes up to get goggles for your table. They have to stay on your eyeballs until all groups are cleaned up. Lab aprons are optional. If you want one, go ahead. These are where the dissecting supplies are. These are the supplies that people doing the dissection will get. The dissecting partner will get gloves. You can tell where the gloves are. I have small, medium, large, and extra large. For reference, medium are the ones that fit me best. Here is where the hot dog supplies are for the person who is doing the dissecting. If you are doing this virtually, then you're not getting anything here. Here are the directions for getting the hot dog. Here is how the table would be set up for those doing the dissection. The order doesn't matter as much as the hot dog has to be in front of the person who's dissecting. Again, gloves, the dissecting person has to keep them on. You can decide to switch roles, okay, but whoever is dissecting must have gloves on. Okay, we're going to begin with the anterior side, but a hot dog legit does not have an anterior side, okay? So we have to make it obvious. So we're going to start by measuring the length of the hot dog in centimeters. Divide that by 2. That gives us the halfway point. And then we're going to add a centimeter to that halfway point. Now, this picture is not the one that you're going to use. I'm going to show you where, when you're doing the virtual one, you're going to get your picture. Okay, so you're going to go to the hot dog dissection folder and you see that virtual resources folder. You're going to open the virtual resources, then you're going to see a series of images. These are the images that you need to use to complete the assignment. I don't want you taking some poor quality screenshot. These are the images that you should use, okay? And one of them is going to have a picture with the ruler, okay? And so you're going to have to determine the measurement. Do that, okay? Okay, so you remember you measured with the ruler and you found the halfway point and then 1 centimeter more. So you're going to go 1 centimeter superior from that halfway point, and you're going to put a pink pin. Now, those people doing the dissections are just going to take the pin and put it there. You need to put a virtual pink pin. Okay, so it could just be a pink circle, but it still needs to be pink and in the correct location. Okay. Note that when you take a picture, now you're going to be taking a screenshot, but the ruler as well as the pink pin has to be in the screenshot. Okay, those doing the dissection at this point are going to get the scalpel ready. Okay, so now those doing the dissection are going to use scalpel and forceps to make a face, further showing the anterior side. Okay, if you are doing the virtual dissection, you need to get an image of the hot dog again from the folder. and you need to draw the 2 orbital and 1 oral region on your hot dog. Remembering, you still have the pink pen because that has not been removed. All right, now you're going to make the incision if you're doing the dissection. If you're doing the virtual dissection, you're going to use this image, okay? But remembering, if I'm showing anterior side, I need to have a face. I also need that pink pin. So you have to make sure that you have the face and the pink pin when we're looking at anterior, okay? So this is a mid-sagittal slice that was taken, so that's the picture you need. Okay, and now you're going to label. So virtually, you need to label. So here are the pins that you need. So you can use circles, okay? But again, you need to indicate this is anterior, so you still need to have the face, and don't forget there should be the pink pin. Those people doing the dissection don't need to keep adding the face because they literally have the face already in their hot. Okay, now you're going to remove the pins, but you're going to leave that umbilical, the pink one, moving forward. All right, so now we're going to prepare for the next incision. And here are a couple pins to be placed. So virtual, you need to place these pins. We have an orange pin and a green pin to be placed. Remember, the pink pin should also be there. All right, now here are the incisions that are made, okay? And you are going to do parasagittal incisions to form the arms. And now we have some additional pins. And so here's where the picture, virtual, you're taking a screenshot once you get it correct. You should still have the pink, orange, and green pins, and then add these additional pins before taking your screenshot. Those doing the dissecting are going to just add the pins in the right spot. Now this time we're going to remove all the pins. We're not leaving the pink one. All right, so now we're going to look at the posterior view. Okay, since we're looking at posterior this time, I should never see the face. Okay, so now we're going to label here, which is the legs mostly, okay, but some not legs, and label these on your hot dog. If you are using the virtual component, then you are going to virtually pin those same locations. Removing all the pins. All right, so now we're going to make an incision. I have your hot dog needs an amputation, so you're going to have to amputate a limb. Now you don't have to amputate the entire limb, you just have to amputate along a limb, okay? And you need to decide which limb needs to be amputated, okay? And we're going to be answering questions about it. So for virtual students, you're going to need to use the image from the folder and then add a line to mark the spot where you're making the incision, okay? All right, now the next thing is I need you to show that you know what a transverse incision is. So choose somewhere. Now, the requirement is not to stay on the posterior side at this point. You could move the hot dog however you so like, but I need to see a transverse incision, okay? Virtually, you need to add a line to mark that incision spot, okay? Those of taking a picture are going to make the incision and then use the probe, hold it in the picture so both the probe and the hot dog are in the picture so it's clear where the incision is. Okay, and now you are going to make a coronal incision. If you are doing the actual dissection, if you are doing this virtually, then you're going to use a line to show the spot of the incision. Okay. And then we are at the cleanup point virtually. We shouldn't have anything to clean up. Here is the rest of the cleanup directions. Okay, again, remembering for those doing the virtual dissection, here are where all the resources are. You are still required to do the pre-dissection. You are still required to do the photo assignment. You are still required to do the post-dissection. Just for the photo assignment, you are going to be using screenshots of the images that you manipulate. Okay, but all of those assignments are still required for you. This playposit is going to be stuck in there, and this is a requirement for you if you are not doing the physical dissection. Okay. And again, another reminder, here is the folder. In the virtual resources folder is where you're going to find the images that you need. You have to decide which image you need for which screenshot, okay? And then the template, that is what you're going to use to actually complete the photo assignment. So this video is in addition to all those other things that you need to do, okay? This is because you did not participate in class in the physical dissection, so you need to do this as an alternate in order to get those participation points.